Yeah, I thought I'd leave this open for you. This is a little bit of an odd one. Courseplay's got the edge of the field right, but when you try to open the course generator, it does some very strange. I've never seen Courseplay do this before, and it's got the edge of the map right. So I really, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Let's just take the headlands off and ask it to generate then. Wow, why oh why? Start work on headland, generate. Yeah, it seemed not to like smooth. It did work for sharp. How absolutely bizarre. Well, there is no island in there, so no bypass. I wonder if that's doing anything. Nope, it's not. Okay, this is interesting. So let's do centre. Doesn't like headlands. Right. Well, I suppose for once it's really not going to. Do we do up downs? I think we do. Wow, that is. I've never seen Courseway behave like that. It doesn't really matter. We can go up and down. It's. I wouldn't normally do that, but if it's the only option we've got, then right. Create new folder. Field 25. Save course. Now it says it's an 8.2 meter. Rather than a 7.5, so activate. Oh, it does that thing. You got to go out and go in. I thought they'd fix that. Yeah, it's really strange. It's a 7.5, but it is an 8.2. So we'll do what Courseplay says, and we'll see if it's right. It's not always. Now, though, we need to. For those who don't know what to do on Courseplay, we don't want the start-stop. We do want. Activated stop while unloaded, yes. Combine self unload for me. Obviously, I know this is my choice, and combine self unload. Right, so then we want to switch the start stop off. Nothing, and we want go. Right, so we need to now go grab the trailer quickly. Yeah, there is. Trying to think. We'll use the biggie. No, we won't. No, we will, because it's the powerful one. It is a little, although that's 170 horsepower. It's not weak. But I think I would prefer to use this. Really, for lugging this thing around. We also need to sort out the belt systems, get them in place, ready to stick. I don't know how big as well each of the bins is, but we will find this out. That is the entire fun of the of what we're doing, really, isn't it? Thinking about it. I'm going to time lapse this though, because I'm not sure how big this is. I'm not sure. Yeah, so we're going into normal farming. We will do obviously what is necessary. Yeah, as in like there's no holds barred. We will allow contracts if there are them on the map. I would imagine there are. I'm sure. Oh, wow. But yeah, well, they will be big because they're big. Yeah, I mean, the liming and that would take an absolute age for big fields. But 8 and 10. But they are very good money spinners. That is one thing I'm going to say. We'll take. Oh, and it's right by the shop. So that's perfect. Because we are, on this Let's Play, we're going to do shop bought. We are. Don't mind having the production shed though to make, but we've got to go to the shop to actually now then help. No, it's not that. Now obviously it's got the BC Bueller and pickup headers, so we will be using those. I'm surprised we don't actually get a set of those, thinking about it. Being as the map is that kind of map, it does seem a little bit strange that you haven't got that kind of header. Or have you checked that you haven't? No, with standard header. I don't know. It's true, actually. I don't know. I don't think I've ever used that header, the header pack for the BC. I've used the actual mower that's got that, the swather, which uses that particular type of technology. Why are we looking in mulches? I believe headers is what you're after. Yeah, so let's have a look at this, because if we've got these going. Or are they in here? Or are they in a special place that's, yeah, not in here? Draper custom modding. I think they are in here as well. We've got an awful lot of... with transport kits. Still got some to go. The Titans. The Bisons. The custom modding. Rigid cutter header. Jorus. Here we go. The pickup header. Yeah. Pick up swaths of grain for harvesting with a combine. This requires a prepared map. Which this is a prepared map, or it wouldn't demand that you do this. So I'm going to have to look into this because I've never done it. So I am a bit of a dinosaur because, quite frankly, I've not ever done the pickup header. I would imagine that the map maker isn't expecting us to do it straight away, otherwise that we would have been provided with that particular... No, he's going to come this way, so actually this is the way we wish to do it at this side. Now he's almost, or she, or his Andy. Yeah, I've not got my Star Wars names on yet, so... Yeah, I thought we were going to go to a time lapse. I think that probably is wise, because it is rather a large field. It is. We'll grab the on the way past, and then we're going to leave it for another couple of rows, and we're going to go and set up the belt system. But I am indeed going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. just been thinking, you've got to play a map as it's intended to be played. We've got one field, but it is one big field, and this is a map of scale. So I'm thinking we really are sensible. I'm thinking trade this in and either lease something very large like the Colossus, or I'm trying to think if there's anything. No, I don't. You could go small and you could like have a fleet of them, but then you've got the small tank size. Really, it is. This is, I could say, would be making. I'd love the Colossus. I've fallen in love with it, but it's just a matter of, even if we only had one Colossus with a big header, it would do this. I'm thinking with the scale that this is, even with this, it's a 7.5 meter head, and I'm not afraid of hard work. It's just that it's silly, really, because we're going to be at this hours, and it is. The other thing is, I did say this on Agres. You've got to produce content that people, you're not going to bore people to tears or time-lapse it, and it's a 35-minute time-lapse of just one field. There's only so much, and I like to do it all, so therefore I've got to try to present it in a dynamic way. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down to the store. Yeah, I'm going to take it down to the store as well, and I'm going to meet you down at the store. We've not got headed trailer, have we? Luckily there is no traffic on the map, so I'm going to meet you down at the store. Right, we are down at the store. Let's get this sold and let's get a Colossus board. I think we can just about it, or release. Yeah, I'm going to say it's more about, wow, yeah, that is a good value. So yeah, and 36,000 again for this is 7.5. So I'm thinking we should be able to buy a Colossus and a header for that, really, even if it's, hopefully, I'm hoping this actually works, because it should do, really. So Colossus harvesters, it's a shame we haven't got them in the sales, but it is what it is, really. They are very, very good value. I say they are my favourite harvester now. I fell in love with them on Neverland, really. They're amazing. No, we don't want realistic. Engine, I think 900 horsepower. I really think that is more than adequate. Now, yeah, there's one that does 43 miles an hour. All my life. Yeah, that's the one that I'm used to having. Which, if we're travelling up to the thing, is not a bad thing to go. Only adds 10,000 on. Territory, we may as well keep the. We want American. Beacon, halogen, yeah, window tint, standard. Mate, I'm going to. No, we're not. We're going to actually do it as if it's a case. He says, if there is a horse. I would have thought it was this one. No, that one there. Yeah. The silver, I would say black. Yeah, that's nice. Frame, I think we'll keep the frame grey. So 43 miles an hour, realistic. Oh, capacity 50. I think there is. You can go a little larger. Sure, you can. That's it, 19 tonner. Yeah, it is. It's that was the big one that I had before, 19 tonner, which is not the largest. You can go larger with the John Deere, so it's stupendous. But it's can we afford a header? Well, if we have to lease one, we will actually lease one. That's the one thing. Now, obviously, we do really want to be going for the other headers, but we do need a normal header first. Now, that is a point. Let's just have a look at the BC Bueller packs. In the which I believe is this one. So what is it going to be called? It will be Swathing, I would have thought. Swathing. Let's have a look, see if I'm right or not. Well, that's the Swather pack. Oh, but yeah, cut grass. Mowers cut grass. This header to be used for swathing crops on swath-ready maps. So then, do we just do that and then use the pickup header? Yeah, I must admit I'm a little bit confused about this, if I'm honest. I really am. I'm sure I've seen it on harvesters. So, although that is the Swathing Pack, I mean, there's the pickup header, so P for pickup header. I mean, we'll look as we're going along as well. Pickup header, P pack, BC Bueller. Is used to pick up swaths of grain. For this requires a prepared map. Yeah, but that's only for picking up. But there's got to be the one that actually does that in the first place. Well, that's for picking it up afterwards, surely. Or is it what we just looked at? Does that get used on a standard harvester? I think we're going to leave it here. I'm going to go away, and to you, I'll be back in a minute. But to me, I'm going to go and do a little bit of homework on how we do this whilst we've got 160,000. And yeah, I will see you shortly. Right, well, I've watched the video from the man himself, the creator, so let's have a look. I know what to do. Oh, we were right, actually. It was just a little bit. I've not actually seen that happen before, so we actually do need the Swathing Pack. The only thing in the game that will actually do it at present is the Swathing Pack, which is the mower that I've used. I've used it as a mower on Riverside. I've always wanted to use it again properly as a mower. But I don't think I've used it again since. No, I believe we are wanting to go for S. That's O. So Swather. Yeah, so we do need to buy this. To begin with, you need to buy the Swather itself for 100,000. We're going to be very, very. Yeah, we may as well. It's a. See, we seem to be highly case. Although, does that? No. Well, let's stick to in character. We will. We had that bit of a windfall, so why not? And that's for if you were doing a TED-in, which we're not. The 25. Now, swath ready maps. Oh, now that is a. But oh, it's mowers. Yeah, so it's this one here. Swath ready maps. That's what we want. So we're going to go case. It does seem rather lubricating grease. We will do that as well, even though it's a cost that we can't really afford at the minute. Yes, well, we are really. This is costing us enormously. We might have to do some. Yeah, this is really because I believe that the actual other one, which we saw earlier, the pickup headers, that is also 32,000. So we might have to lease these for the first time. Can we afford it? Well, 35,000. Swaths of grain for harvesting with a combine. This requires a prepared map. Okay. Yeah, we will indeed. Crop catcher. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I am not sure. We'll have it standard. If we need it, then we'll add the other 500 on. It looked to me. I'm not sure what that actually means, really. I'm being totally honest. We will find out though. Right, so we need that for the harvester, and the case is going to be the one that actually does the cutting. Now the bad thing is, luckily for us, there are no other vehicles on the road, so for once, yeah, we haven't even got a trailer, and we really haven't got the cash to do this, so we're very fortunate in so much as this seriously is. Yeah. At least we know how to do it. Yeah, so I presume in time, the swath header would actually fit on something like this, and you would then go over. Obviously, we do realise there is a gain to be had for having this system. Now I'm not sure. I don't know if it's been changed to all things, but there were only ones I saw BC Bueller do was canola and I don't know. We're going the wrong way. The was canola and wheat, but I would imagine barley would be the same. But luckily for us, we have got a field of wheat and very little money now. So I'm going to see you up at the top of the map when I have taken this lot up there. Am I going to do this? I think we're going to cheat, and I think everyone knows I'm going to cheat, but I'm not going to do it on camera. Right, so see you up at the farm. Right, let's get this show on the road. We've got 2,000 to our name, so I'm hoping that we've got enough money to actually get this going. Now the first point is there. Now obviously there is some straw already. I'm not sure what that's going to do. I really wished in some ways I'd actually reset it and we'd have just started all over again, but it is what it is. You can't, life isn't like that, is it really? So right, yeah, we need to grab that header now. Obviously the thing is, this is going to be a little bit confusing. I really do need to get this. Now we need to unfold that. I do like the colour of this. We need to... Do you need to do anything special with the actual header? I don't think so. Enable straw swath. Wipe out, turn on, stop. No, I think we're good to go. It literally is, I think, the same as a normal standard one. So I'm going to go back into a time lapse. I'm hoping to goodness that we've actually got enough money to pay the worker. Really? Why isn't it? Oh no, it's going down. It's just a little bit slow. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I've been thinking. I said that was a rainy day fund. I think it's raining. So I thought, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to set this on and we're going to literally, so load, activate, and we don't want any of that. And also we haven't set the harvester. You've got to do this before you set it on, otherwise it doesn't do activated, 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 and activated. I can save it, but that's not really, that doesn't matter. So let's see, it should work. I did listen to what he said and he did say it did work, so yeah, it does. Fantastic. So we're going to pop up to the, yeah, I've been thinking, obviously I really have stretched this here. I really have been a bit daft, which is typical of me, to sort of go full pelt. But that absolutely, yeah, to get excited, you do it, and then now we've got ourselves, we've got $1,894 dollars in the bank. Well, we know we've got that, so we're going to call in some scrap merchants and tidy up the yard, and some of it is worth something, as we saw earlier, so we're going to call that in, because there's a few bits and bobs we need to do. Even if we're going to, leasing is obviously allowed. I did already say that. I don't lease unless I've got to, or it's an item that I really, you know, don't sort of we don't need, like, oh yeah, I mean, most of the time it's like when you're chopping wood. Now obviously we haven't got much of that, and I'm not going to get hire one just for the few bits and bobs that we've got kicking around. So then, yeah, we've got sheds that are worth quite a lot. We're going to sell all of those, so I believe that will have sold all of the bits and bobs. I hope it's not, oh, it's even sold the sheds and everything. That's in like the repair point. Well, luckily for us, we bought the tool thing. Okay, well that's a little bit. We've still got the car shay, so that's a bit odd. So it's partially sold it. Perhaps no, the map maker obviously knows what's going to happen, because they created the actual sort of what we've just done. So yeah, well, it is desperate times call for desperate measures, but we have got that for going forwards. I'm not sure how much it does do. I shall have to read. I know it's canola, I know it's wheat, I believe it's all of the grains, so I'm not sure, but the bottom line is we will make use of it. What I did think we would do is we're going to go into the seed business. Wheat is obviously, as we all know, one of the cheapest sort of things that you can do. Now you could go chickens, but I'm thinking seeds are worth quite a lot of cash, so I think we're going to literally stick the production shed in for many reasons, to make us self-sufficient and all sorts of things like that, and we're going to stick it right at place, really, which is pretty much where that was, just about there. So we're going to make some seeds with the wheat. We might get away with not doing contracts, being as we've done that particular thing now. But yeah, this is mainly for self-sufficiency. We've got no animals, no fertilizer, no anything like that to actually do anything like that. So yeah, we're literally just going to do seeds to begin with. I am going to go production shed, because why wouldn't you? It really is probably, and it's also, I do like it. Its storage is small for bigger productions, so it is cracking. It really is. We are going to need an overtime, but we don't need one right now, so we're going to do straw to silage, probably going to go BGA as well. So I'm hoping, I think we should be able to do that around the back of the sheds. With a bit of tweaking, I think we'll manage to do it. So let's have a look. Magic bean, yes, I'd like to do this, the coffee one. Yeah, yes, I really would. I think it's greenhouses, if I remember rightly, to actually get that sorted. So let's have a look. Production shed by GH66 mods. Pride of place, I'm quite happy with it being there. It's got plenty of room then to get to it. I think I'd like it like that, so you can sort of get it from all ways. But once it's actually got a bit of now we're going to stick, yeah, we are going to stick those others, I believe is what we're looking for. Now we're going to stick the new ones in. I do like them. but that seems to be more in keeping with the size of that, although it's not terribly wide. Could you stick a couple of them? You probably could, but I just, yeah, I think I'd sooner go for the smallest one of these. It's about perfect, and stick the back grate sort of almost against there. You can open it up. Let's try and get that at the right angle. That will do me. Right, fantastic. So we're going to stick the wheat in there, create seeds. I can never remember where the, I don't think you can do this, the production shed. I don't think it has got a, no, it's one of those few where you literally, oh no, even if I could, I can't see, yeah, it won't do that. It's what I'm used to seeing. You might well be able to do it. So what we're going to do is, yeah, the one thing I am though going to have to do, which is to buy manure. Can we buy manure from the map? If we're going to buy the Omatana, do we need to worry about it? Yeah, that's the point. This does do seeds, but you do need to put manure in, so we are going to need the Omatana a little bit sooner. Now, looking at, I always like to do this in a mid place on the fields that you're going to have. So it's a good idea to sort of think, but then again, really, that we pretty much are in the middle of that. I always forget. If you were to think we were going to go 1 and 2 and all of that lot there, then we are pretty much where we are central. So just reset that as well. So Omatana, we are going to need that sooner than we thought. Would we stick that on? I think we'll stick it here on this edge here, out the way a little bit, but not too far out the way. BJs and things like that we're going to leave for now. Yeah, I think we'll stick it a bit like that. Yeah, that'll do me, and a grate as well. Do love these. By Thalva. Yeah, it's going to have to be V mode as well. No, it's not perfect. I know the pipe sticks out, but then is that really so unbelievable that you could actually have one like that? Probably, I would say so. It's a little bit odd, but I do like that to be there. Right, so we've got our 2 productions and still got 126,000. We are going to need to have to pick that up. So I'm wondering, what do we go for our pickup? Now we have got quite a few options. It's a shame, isn't it, really? You'd think the pickup header. Is there anything we can do? Let's have a look. I know there's the Pepe. I know that's the one I'm thinking of. Let's go back into normal mode now as well, into this one. So no, we can't afford even a little forage harvester. That is true. There is the forage wagons. There's a mid-range one now that is very reasonable. It's the Quantum 28,000 by Wolfex Modding. Now, was one of these in FS19, but it had an awful pickup that used to stab into the ground. It used to drive me crazy because I could see the potential for it. This is brilliant, but it's got a terribly, terribly slow unload rate. So it is one of those things you really want to be leaving to do. But that's the price you pay, really, for the fact that it is quite large. It's a 35 cubic meter one, so you can't have everything, really. If we'd got, how much? That's a point. How much is the Omatana? So I really do like these. I obviously don't want the unrealistic one. We could afford it. I love the because this is the opposite end of the spectrum. Although it's twice as dear, its speciality is it's got a super duper. Now we're not going to need silage additives tank because we're not actually using that type of thing. It does seem highly appropriate though, if we're going to do this, that we do go case. Really, but obviously that would have to be case as well. Yeah, I quite like that, although isn't case black for its rims when you do it? I think so. yeah, we're going to go that 54,800 because I've chosen the typical of me, but we're going to stick to that. Now we have got to go fetch that at the shop, so I don't know that we can get that with that. It's just a shame. I wouldn't like to risk it. Which is the fastest? I think the other one is just as fast, and it is probably the one that we really need to do. Now then, we need to empty the... Let's just go and quickly grab that, because I can't... Well, I don't know. We should be able to unload. Well, the Colossus was always really good at unloading, so if we grab this and stick this here, we're going to pop down to the shop, and we are going to go grab that. Although, is that? No, I think we'll do that another session. Yeah, although we could grab it, I suppose, but I can do that off camera, really. I don't know that that is one of those things that I really want to do that. I think I really mainly want to feature this. So do we take the... Yeah, let's go grab it. Let's work with it. The one thing I'd love to do this first session is get this out so we can see exactly how much we've got. I mean, we're a goodly way through. I should imagine if we look at how much we've done. Yeah, well, I would say 2/3 just... I always find the headlands much bigger than you think it is. So we've obviously got the straw to pick up. Windrower, do we lease a windrower? Because it's a real mess. Oh, not really. The pan's pretty much there still. Oh, that's tanking down to come and actually find this, because it knows where it used to be. But now I've moved it. Yeah, Courseplay sort of looks at where the things are. Luckily for us, if we get this, it will stop once we start it up in rain out. If we can catch it. Come on. Yeah, it goes for where it was, and then it'll probably fox it completely. Will get under this. Fantastic. Right, so we are going to make quite a lot of seeds, and it's for once this is actually going to be quite right, because it's August, and I do believe that if you're selling seeds, the best time to sell seeds is in January, February, so it's not too far. Right, okay, obviously there's still 42%. So we will have quite a lot, which is going to make us quite a lot of cash, which is, yeah, I don't apologise, I'm going to pull out all holes, but I'm not going to go for anything like the seed maker that's like times 75 the amount of seeds. We're only, this is a standard one that is really good, so is the Omatana 1-for-1, so a ton for a ton, literally to make these into seeds instead of, which is, again, it's not that much. Oh, let's be realistic. I don't really want to be going over someone's crop, even if I can't damage it. Yeah, it is true. So let's get this in there. So we've cashed in all of our chips. We've not only found that cartridge, but we've also sold off anything that's worth any money. So our partners that we've had to buy, really now it's by our own devices. There are no, I mean, it was a bit silly of me, really. But then again, sometimes sometimes you're trying to play with the map. Right, so why am I putting this in here if I'm making seeds, you wally? That is a good question, it really is. Let's go and stick these in here, and yeah. The only thing that is about this is if you look at the point where it's not bad actually, not terrible. Yeah, it's a little bit out, so I suppose really it probably would have been a better idea to, although it always does that even if you're in the spot anyway. So yeah, you can make overtures to try to make things as good as possible, but yeah, I don't know why we've got like some bits and bobs, and I can understand the car shade. But I don't know why the vehicle bits repair point actually sold. That's a little bit odd to me. So it should the same again. Yeah. I do love this. I think it's amazing. I really do. Obviously it makes it a little bit more costly, but it's totally realistic farming now. Well, I mean, as in like the silo side of things is totally realistic. Yeah, so we will start making some seeds in the Omatana. So the production shed is as good, but it needs a little bit of manure as well. So we're going to make wheat seeds. And yes, it's just 1 for 1. There is no specialness. It really is just that. So we're going to stick that in the Omatana, make some seeds, and we're going to sell some seeds in January, February. So we've got to last till that. And I'm not. The other thing I was sweating about, I was thinking, you're going to probably use all of that $2,000 for your workers' wages. What if your farm is $2,000 or $3,000 a month costs? You're going to have no cost. You're going to have to have done some contracts straight away just to break even. It's true. I concur 100%. Now, we haven't got any generators to fall back on either, not yet. I'm not sure whether I'm going to. I've tried not to. I've actually, yeah, I did used to be totally reliant on. I had a total reliance on almost every Let's Play. I used to have them, and then I didn't. I started to not do that. So yeah, most Let's Plays now I really don't bother about that. Wow. For saying this is a small field, in time, if we're going to do this, really, we're going to have a few of these. So it's going to be costly, a costly way of farming. And obviously, really, you're only using these for things like canola. If we're going to do that, we're going to go into the oil business. It just seems, yeah, it is not a bad thing. Obviously, there is quite a huge incentive in this. Not sure if you can do flax and all the rest of it. I'd imagine that's a normal header. So again, there's going to be the cost of a normal header on top of this set, which does make it quite expensive. Nevertheless, there is obviously you do gain quite a lot, and seeds is a good business as well. So we will be able to afford standard headers as well. We've got the TARDIS, so we can pick up the grass. We can pick up the straw in other sessions. We've got a bit of a run over here. It's not, yeah, it is a little bit far further. But we could do it. We've done on other Let's Plays as well, in so much as we don't have to have it just here. But this is a central point if we're going to go for all of these. But I always find the cost to the farm of you having to run it, which is why on Rombos we actually stuck them pretty much on the edge of each of the fields, because I mean, yeah, when you're dealing with big fields, even running to the edge of your field is quite a long way. So we shall use the information that I've found. Oh, wow, that's not bad at all. It isn't. Yeah, the things that you learn, basically, I think. Well, it does happen in real life. You silo bins and that on the edge of fields and everything like that. So we do gain quite. I think, is it 30%, or I'm sure it's quite because obviously you basically you're doing an awful lot, because that header's not very large. You're literally going over the swaths, obviously. So you've got a 9-meter header, 9.6 meter. I always thought it was a 10 meter, but anyway, 9.6 meter header that's doing the cutting. And obviously you've then got your pickup header, which that doesn't really matter as long as it's as big as the swath, which it is. So bottom line is you've got to go over it twice. So there is a massive incentive for you to actually do this, because you actually are multiplying your grain by, I think it's 25 or 30%, something like that, but don't quote me on it. But it is quite a good amount, so it's quite amazing. I think we are doing quite well. No, that's not really how you're going to look. You are going to look in the production. No, that's not what I was trying to do at all, actually. I was trying to show everybody what was left to do. Now, obviously, the one thing I'm going to say, the swather is an awful long. That is literally probably got another. So I don't know, do I? I always have said this, that I'm going to show this. I do realise I never expect everyone to watch, but what it is this is chain of evidence. I could totally bamboozle you by pretending I'd done another 30 tonnes of wheat. And I'm not, I know you probably know that I'm not going to do that, but it's not, I do love the textures of the swaths. But if I show you, and I mean, again, I know there's always ways that people can sort of cheat. I hate cheating with a passion. There's no point in me doing this really and cheating, but anybody can say that, really, which is why I like to at least do the very best, because there's the proper clock in the top, which is back to my normal orange, not the red that I've got on my gaming laptop. Yeah, so there's that shows you the time. Now, obviously, there are some times when I start a session again where it just proves that I've done the session in 2 pieces. Now, I never deny that, but if you were to watch that clock, and there was a bit of skullduggery where I'd cut in and cut out. Now, what did I do in the time that I cut in and out? I could have added 30 tonnes of wheat that I bought with the F12 and stuck it straight into the silo, which is why I like to show you me doing this. And every single empty you can count and see how much was in the harvester and how much goes in that, and whether that adds up to the amount that goes into the silo at the end of the session. I believe that is fairly transparent as you possibly can be, because there are sometimes in the game some massive claims of like stupendous amounts of products, 5 million, 10 million, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it is true. So Mr. CDP, I've watched him do his grass and he fills massive 3 million litre silos, 3,000 tonne silos of grass, and I've seen him do it on Eureka Farms and things like that. So yeah, well, I've seen him do it on other ones as well, and other content creators. But yeah, all I'm saying is that that's the way it normally goes. I think what we're going to do though is I am going to literally just time lapse this again, because this is still going to take probably, I'd say, another 40 odd minutes. So if I time lapse it, that's about 10 minutes. So I'm going to say my words and we're going to catch up when this is finished. So I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to do it in one as well. I'm going to. It's going to be a bit of a late, like 11 o'clock at night. I would say by the time I finish that 35 minutes, I'm reckoning. Yeah, money's not going to run out now. So yes. So I'm going to say my words and then we shall have a brief chat when this is finished. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.